bold statement saying, quote, "I will retire from football if I'm not a 1,000-yard receiver." With that being said, I was on a pace for 1,400 yards last year. One significant injury in 11 years. I might be playing until I'm 37. The way I feel. In a recent interview with the Daily Delivery podcast, the Vikings running back Alexander Mattison made it clear that this was a position he's always dreamt of being in, while also adding, quote, "I have the opportunity to seize what's in front of me." Mattison has averaged over 4 yards a carry and has scored 14 touchdowns in 4 seasons in Minnesota. In Denver, wideout Jerry Jeudy had strong praise for quarterback Russell Wilson on the Broncos website, calling him a soldier. Also saying that this season, the former All-Pro has a big season ahead of him. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's your last chance to shop July 4th savings at Lowe's. Right now, save on select major appliances. And when you buy more, you save more. Get up to an additional $1,000 off select major kitchen appliances. Plus, right now, when you buy a Craftsman V20 string trimmer or blower for just $99, you'll get a select Bear tool free. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 7/12. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Buy more, save more. Valid on appliances $396 or more. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Well, it is a Friday. It's the 7th day of July, 2023. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. Gene, good morning again, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
Okay, you got all your exercise in doing the YMCA dance?
Oh, like I said, I practiced, if I made mistakes, I was able to scratch them or erase them.
Okay. I was going to play the Village People's In the Navy for Chris Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not in the Navy anymore.
No, he's not. We could probably alter the words, though, and accommodate him.
Yeah. Used to be in the Navy. Used to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Worked for the Navy. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, good morning.
We have a dad joke. Are you ready?
DAD, yes.
Okay, our dad joke. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I don't know, 8?
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Okay.
All right.
Hey, it's kind of joke Dad would tell, right?
Yeah.
And the kids would just kind of groan.
Yeah, I'm cracking up right now.
Okay. Well, in the news, nearly half of Americans have gained around 17 pounds because of stress. Medical experts say emotional or stress eating can cause unwanted weight gain as we turn to food for comfort. I don't know about you, but I don't gain weight because I'm emotional or stressed. I gain weight because I eat large pepperoni pizzas.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I eat because I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, that too. And that all comes back to comfort food.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times the comfort food is...
uncomfortable.
Well, it can be if you eat too much of it, but, you think about things that you grew up eating, things that Mom cooked that you grew up eating.
Brussels sprouts, yeah. Boy.
Yeah, well, Mom did cook some Brussels sprouts, and I like them.
I dreamed of Brussels sprouts just over and over again.
Okay. Well, let's see. You want some birthdays?
I want some birthdays. No Brussels sprouts, but I'll take some birthdays.
Well, if you cook the Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Yeah, and then throw the bacon away.
Okay. Band leader Doc Severinsen, 96. We mentioned Ringo Starr, 83.
Yeah.
Singer, guitarist Warren Entner of the Grassroots, 80. Actor Joe Spano, 77. We mentioned David Hodo, the construction worker in The Village People, 76. Actor Shelley Duvall, 74. Actor Roz Ryan, 72. Actor Billy Campbell, 64. Comedian Jim Gaffigan, 57. Actor Amy Carlson, 55. Actor Georgia Fox, 55. Actor Cree Summer, 54. Actor Robin Weigert, 54. Actor Kirsten Van Ness is 51. Actor Troy Garrity, 50. Actor Berenice Bejo, 47. Actor Hamish Linklater is 47. Actor Ross Malinger, 39. Okay?
Okay.
You ready for local ones?
I'm ready.
Here we go. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Hortensia de la Rosa, Carol Griffin, Mary Penson, Shaylin Smith-Barker, Tashara Fuller, Martha Navarro, Jaden Vasquez, Mario de la Torre, Marshall Tirado, Cindy Arvizo, Philemon Magana, Isabel Gomez, Vanessa Ventura, Landon Sterling, Martha Tamayo, and Claudia Ramirez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. Did you play Atari? You weren't an Atari player?
I remember the Atari. That's about all I remember of it. I was pretty impressed, I guess.
Well, Atari is now 51 years old, and I'm figuring with another 51 years of practice, I may just be able to get past level 2 on Space Invaders. Yeah. And speaking of that, you know, NASA is hard at work developing a better asteroid detection system. And, well, I'm not an expert, but, you know, maybe they ought to think about installing an Atari in the space station. That might work.
Well, nothing other than maybe it's just some nice decorative decor.
Yes.
You know, or you have to go to space and, you know, have some things to do. Because everything is on automatic co-pilot, so you're just sitting there waving at people that go by in the portals of the spaceship.
Yes. Oh, well. Anyway, and there is a new report out. Drinking more than 42 cups of coffee in one sitting can kill you due to a caffeine overdose.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and if you got that coffee at Starbucks, you died broke. So, looking forward to Dunkin' Donuts opening soon.
They'll be Dunkin'.
Well,
for sure.
Dunkin' coffee is far superior to Starbucks and far less expensive.
Well, that's what I've heard.
Yes.
We're going to find out.
I suppose Dunkin' and Dairy Queen are opening just north of Target.
Hey, you mentioned Doc Severance this morning. He's 93. Is that what you said? Man,
Doc Severance in 96.
Oh, 96. Excuse me, Doc.
Yeah.
I wonder, you know, they say you really have to keep your lip in shape. And at 96, I wonder if he can still play.
I'll bet he can.
Yeah, I'll bet he can, too, because he played a long time.
Yep. Okay, are you ready for news?
I'm ready.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The June employment report from the Labor Department is out. It shows 209,000 jobs were added last month. Chief Investment Officer at Crossmark Global Investments, Bob Dahl.
First, less than expected number in 15 months. The economy, now labor included, is showing some signs of weakening.
It's hot out there. Yesterday set another record for global average temperature, and there's not much relief in sight today for people like Neil James, who paves roads in Pennsylvania.
It's pretty tough because being at the asphalt's over 300 degrees, and then you work in battle in the heat that's, you know, typically over a 90-degree day like this. It becomes a challenge throughout the day.
LGBTQ businesses in Montana have challenged the state's law banning drag queen story hour.
A new federal lawsuit argues the law violates the free speech and equal protection guarantees in the U.S. Constitution.
Jim Crisula reporting. CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: a hard landing for a Ruby Princess cruise ship docking at a San Francisco pier Thursday with more than 4,000 people on board.
When I looked out my balcony, I could see that it was spinning. All the other ports that we've gone to, it's very, very slow and subtle as we come in, real graceful. This one was very abrupt.
Passenger Paul Zesso, the cruise ship company, saying damage is still being assessed. No one on board was hurt. Legislation that could help track firearms trafficking is moving through the legislature. Assemblyman Phil Ting's bill would require credit card users to assign a specific merchant code to gun and ammunition retailers.
These merchant codes can save lives by simply detecting early on firearms trafficking or amassing firearms or any suspicious activity. We think that this tool could help prevent mass shootings.
3 teens behind bars on suspicion of killing a pizza delivery man in Stanton. The 18 and 19-year-olds accused of shooting the delivery man when he stopped to help an elderly assault victim in June of last year. Gas prices in the state holding steady at $4.84. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
You're home after a long day, preparing dinner when...
Ew! What's that? It smells like rotten eggs.
That might be a natural gas leak.
It can't be. We don't have any natural gas appliances.
Even if you don't use natural gas, that rotten egg odor could be a sign of a leak in your neighborhood. Because gas lines can be buried anywhere.
Shut up.
No, speak up. If you ever suspect a leak, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Thanks, deep voice narrator.
You're very welcome.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep so you learn to sleep better night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley to serve you, and mobile vans that go where you are, and it doesn't cost any extra.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, it's a Friday morning. COVID-19, we have an update. George Gale has the numbers.
New numbers were released Thursday morning. Numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are currently only 12 reported active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. State COVID-19 tier metrics indicate 0.80 new cases per day per 100,000 population, with a positivity rate of 2.1%. Fatalities attributed to the virus remain at 985. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, live stream a community blood drive that is being held today. The blood drive will be held at Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District in Brawley. The event will run from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Donors will receive free mini physical, including readings for blood pressure, pulse, cholesterol levels, iron level, and temperature. Results will be posted on the doctor's private online portal. Donors will be healthy individuals at least 15 years of age. All those under 17 must provide parental consent. There are also weight and height requirements. KXO News Time coming up to 6:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
In other local news this morning, the California Highway Patrol maximum enforcement period. The numbers are in on that as well. Here's more on that story.
The MEP covered the recent July 4th holiday weekend. It began at just after 6, a Friday evening, June 30th, and ended just before midnight on July 4th. During that period in Imperial County, Highway Patrol recorded 2 property damage only collisions, 4 minor injury collisions, 1 major injury collision, 1 fatal injury collision, and 2 DUI arrests. Statewide, 68 people were killed in traffic collisions. CHP says tragically nearly half of those were not wearing their seatbelts. CHP officers statewide issued more than 9,700 speed citations during the Independence Day weekend. 1,224 were arrested for driving under the influence. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And in other local news this morning, 2 defendants have been arrested by the Imperial Police. The district attorney's office said the Imperial Department investigated the case involving multiple vehicle thefts. The defendants, Jesse Parra and Abel Antu Aguilas, were charged in a 9-count complaint. 5 different trucks were reported stolen, and 1 had a gun inside. Parra wound up entering a guilty plea to 1 count of grand theft of a firearm, also a strike crime, and 1 count of receiving stolen property. He was sentenced to 6 years and 4 months in state prison. Aguilas entered a guilty plea to 2 counts for receiving stolen property, 1 count of taking a vehicle without permission, and a misdemeanor accessory after the fact. Aguilas was sentenced to 5 years and 6 months in county jail. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
What do you get when you combine the fun of a day out on the golf course with the thrills of bowling a strike or 2 with the excitement of hitting a jackpot on your favorite slot machine? What do you get? All the fun under the sun. And that's what you'll find and more at Kokopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton. Plan it all at kokopahresort.com.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, 1 for every state.
And we continue with more local news this morning. A preliminary hearing for Antonio Campos ends this week. George Gale has more.
41-year-old Campos is charged in the murder of his ex-wife. The 5-day preliminary hearing ended on Wednesday. It was determined there was enough evidence to try Campos for the 2021 murder of Rose Campos. Antonio Campos will remain in custody with no bond set. The trial date will be set at a later date this month. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A package was stolen from an El Centro residence and then recovered. A resident of the 1000 block of North 12th Street in El Centro called police and told them that his Ring camera notified him that a thief had just taken a package from his front porch. The man wearing a red bandana, a black shirt, and jeans. El Centro police were able to locate the thief, a 43-year-old man near 8th and Pico, and recover the stolen package. The homeowner declined to press charges. Well, the Border Patrol has a new sector chief. George Gale filed this story.
It is for the San Diego sector. U.S. Customs and Border Protection announced Patricia McGurk Daniel had been selected as the chief patrol agent in charge of the U.S. Border Patrol's San Diego sector. She is the first woman in the sector's history to hold this senior executive position. She began her career with U.S. Border Patrol in 1999, graduating from the 406th session of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy. She was initially assigned to the Nogales Border Patrol Station in the Tucson, Arizona sector. During her career, she has served in several sectors, including El Centro. She most recently served as the chief patrol agent for the Yuma sector. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice, and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
The National Weather Service says high pressure will continue to predominate the overall weather pattern across the region through next week and likely beyond. High temperatures of around 110 degrees are expected across the Imperial Valley through the weekend. Dry and breezy conditions will result each afternoon. For next week, as high pressure strengthens over the region, even hotter conditions are anticipated, with widespread areas of major to extreme heat risk. There is moisture moving into the area from the south. 109 the high in the valley yesterday, 79 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 41 miles an hour. It will be sunny today with a high near 107. West winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 74. West wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 108. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 109. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast later in the morning. 85 degrees, 11% relative humidity. Wind out of the west, 10 to 15 miles an hour. A reminder, there's some downed power lines at Dogwood and Keystone Roads. Forester and Keystone. And that intersection is closed. That's Forester and Keystone, down power lines. Local news, page 2 in the weather, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials, the dinner menu featuring 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
Stop by your local grocery outlet to participate in our annual Independence from Hunger Drive. This is a great way to support your local food organizations. So take part in our Give 5, Get 5 program. Donate $5 and get a $5 coupon for a future visit. Donations made in-store stay in your local community. Join us in our fight against hunger by visiting your local grocery outlet today. Going on now through the end of July.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball. It was the Dodgers getting by the Pirates 5-2. Mets shut out the Diamondbacks 9-0. Blue Jays slipped by the White Sox 5-4. Mariners beat the Astros 5-1. Red Sox topped the Rangers 10-6. Guardians over the Royals 6-1. Went 10 innings before the Reds edged the Nationals 5-4. Tigers shut out the Athletics 9-0. Brewers nipped the Cubs 6-5. Blue Jays beat the White Sox 6-2 in 11 innings. Phillies over the Rays 3-1. That one went 11 as well. Cardinals blanked the Marlins 3-0. And the Orioles powered up, beat up on the Yankees 14-1. Meanwhile, Arizona Diamondbacks rookie Corbin Carroll left a game for the second time in a week with a right shoulder injury. The All-Star outfielder will undergo imaging today.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And Andy Murray's bid to reach the third round of Wimbledon was halted by a local council curfew. He was holding a 2-1 lead against Stefanos Tsitsipas. The match will be completed today. And Liam Brody thrilled a partisan center court crowd yesterday as he became the first British man to defeat a top 4 seed at Wimbledon since 2013. Well, Brody upset number 4, Casper Ruud. Taking a look at basketball. After Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal blockbusters cleaned out the Phoenix Suns coffers of any controllable draft picks through 2030, the franchise acquired 3 future second-round picks in a trade with the Memphis Grizzlies, according to ESPN. The Grizzlies are sending a 2025 second-round pick via the New Orleans Pelicans and their own second-rounders of 2028 and 2029. Well, the second-rounders give the Suns at least some picks to use in future trades or even to draft players themselves. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. And don't forget the blood drive at Pioneers today. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs. From business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. The White House is closely monitoring the upcoming labor talks in the U.S. auto industry, negotiations that could put it at odds with the traditional support of a major union. So President Joe Biden is tapping a trusted advisor, Gene Sperling, to serve as the administration's point person in upcoming labor negotiations between the United Auto Workers Union and the nation's 3 unionized automakers. Sperling has been a top economic advisor to both Clinton and Obama and a point person in the Biden administration's efforts to battle COVID. Well, in New York, DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber have sued New York City over minimum wage laws. All 3 companies sued the city, maintaining that the law would hurt delivery workers more than help them. DoorDash and Grubhub filed a suit jointly to the Supreme Court of the state of New York, while Uber, the parent company of Uber Eats, filed its lawsuit separately. In a statement, DoorDash called the law bad policy, though it said it was not opposed to a minimum wage for delivery workers. We will not stand by and let the harmful impacts of this earning standard on New York City customers, merchants, and the delivery workers it was intended to support go unchecked. We and others clearly and repeatedly warned the city that using such a flawed process to underpin its rulemaking would have lasting and harmful impacts for all New Yorkers who use these platforms. What's happening on the big board? Mixed results. The Dow off 53 points at 33,869. The S&P 500 just about even at 4410. And the NASDAQ up 11 points at 13,690. Meanwhile, gold up 22.80 an ounce and oil up $1 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 107, west wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 74, west winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 25 miles an hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 108, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south. Sunny on Sunday with a high near 109, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast later in the morning. And right now we have 86 degrees, 11% relative humidity, wind out of the west 10 to 15 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at 4th and Heil in the city of El Centro. Just ahead, CBS News. It will be 8 o'clock when we hear the news.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We got a new read on the jobs market today. U.S. employers added 209,000 positions in June, despite stubborn inflation. Still, points out Bob Dahl, Chief Investment Officer at Crossmark Global.
First, less than expected number in 15 months. The economy, now labor included, is showing some signs of weakening.
Healthcare services and construction led the gains. Unemployment fell from 3.7 to 3.6 as the Fed considers raising interest rates again. CBS's Sarah Ewald-Weiss.
There are expectations we'll see 2 more rate hikes this year by the Fed. It's not clear whether they will do those consecutively, one later this month and then another at the next meeting, or if they'll take an every other approach.
A lot of U.S. is baking in extreme heat again today. It's expected to climb above 90 degrees in 31 states. That's especially tough if you work outdoors. Peter Mitchell owns a paving company in Pennsylvania.
It's pretty tough because being at the asphalt's over 300 degrees, and then you're working, battling the heat that's, typically over a 90-degree day like this. It becomes a challenge throughout the day.
A trans woman and an educator who teaches in costume among a group going to court over Montana's first-in-the-nation law banning people dressed in drag from reading to children in public schools or libraries. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
Montana is a very conservative state, so I'm sure that this will be battled in their court. But overall, one can expect a strong First Amendment claim against these laws, as well as an equal protection claim.
The Biden administration may be bypassing a U.S. law to send shipments of controversial weapons to Ukraine. Correspondent Holly Williams is at the foreign desk.
The U.S. will supply Ukraine with cluster munitions, reportedly thousands of them. It comes as Ukraine tries to break through Russian lines in its counteroffensive. Many of America's allies have banned cluster munitions, but the U.S. has not. There's evidence that both Ukraine and Russia have used them in the ongoing conflict.
A father of 4 from Afghanistan who served as an interpreter to U.S. troops, then escaped the Taliban to move to the States to protect his family, has been killed in an act of random violence. His friend says Ahmad Yar was shot at the end of a late-night shift driving for Lyft near Washington, D.C.
His wife asked him, please, it's late, stay home. And he said, I have to pay the rent. I don't have that much money. I have to work.
Surveillance video shows he may have been shot by a group of boys. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed, the end-to-end hiring solution. Attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Boot Barn honors a Western legacy built by those who persevere through resourceful determination. Ariat honors that same legacy by bringing innovative technology to classic pieces. Driven by a dedication to the craft, Ariat blends timeless Western artistry with advanced performance features for the modern cowboy and rodeo athlete. Out west, ingenuity is second to none. Ariat at Boot Barn.
O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. Beat the heat before you hit the road with AC Pro at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
There's an important NATO summit coming up in Lithuania, and correspondent Cami McCormick reports Ukraine will top the agenda.
Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine continues to rage on.
And NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said today the military alliance will focus this summit on how to bring Ukraine closer to its goal of membership.
At the summit, we will make Ukraine even stronger.
Political ties will be upgraded and a NATO-Ukraine Council established.
How much would it take to make you feel financially secure? A survey from Bankrate finds the majority of Americans feel they need to earn an average of $233,000 a year to feel secure. $483,000 to feel rich. Both numbers are a lot higher than the average earnings of a full-time year-round worker, which were about $75,000 in 2021. 28% tell Bankrate they are completely financially secure. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
12:30.